Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to get into the massive shifts happening in Google search. Seriously, if you create anything online, you need to understand why search is acting so strange lately, and what you can do to adapt in this new AI-powered world.
So, have you noticed this? You search for something one day, and the next, the results are totally different? Or maybe your website traffic has been on a complete roller coaster? Well, you're not going crazy, you're not alone. Something really big is happening behind the scenes at Google, and today, we're going to connect the dots.
Okay, so the first piece of this whole puzzle is this huge surge in what the experts are calling search ranking volatility. And lately, the changes have been so wild, it's like a massive earthquake just hit the search results pages. What does that actually mean? Well, it means websites are just suddenly jumping up and down in the rankings for no obvious reason. One day you're sitting at the top feeling great, and the next, poof, you're gone. And this has left pretty much everyone, creators, businesses, SEO pros, just scratching their heads wondering what in the world is going on.
So, what's causing all this chaos? Well, Google hasn't said a word officially. But, and this is a big but, all of this craziness is happening at the exact same time they're rolling out a huge change to their AI-generated answers. The things they call AI overviews.
And this change? It's a direct answer to a massive complaint from pretty much every website owner out there. For months, publishers have been worried, and rightly so, that these AI answers were basically just stealing their content without sending any traffic their way. So now, Google is finally responding by making the links to the original websites way more obvious.
So the key takeaway here is that Google is trying to make it easier for you to actually click through and visit the sites that power its AI answers. Now, whether this will actually work, who knows? The jury's still out, but it's a really big step in the right direction.
Okay, so if this is the new world we live in, if AI-powered search is here to stay, that brings up a huge question, right? How do we adapt? How do you write content that a robot, an AI, will actually want to read and use? Well, guess what? It turns out we finally have some real data on that.
Get this. A really fascinating new study found that almost half, a full 44%, of all the sources that ChatGPT cites in its answers, they come from just the first third of an article. Let that sink in for a second. It means that what you put right at the top of your page matters more now than it ever has before.
So what does this tell us? It tells us that AIs, they don't want a slow burn story that builds to some grand finale. Nope, they want you to get straight to the point. They're looking for clear definitions, just the facts, and all the most important stuff delivered right up front, no fluff. And this isn't just a small trend. It's so significant that companies are now building brand new tools specifically to help AI crawlers digest your website. It's kind of like they're creating a special, simplified menu just for the robots.
And check this out. The web company Cloudflare just launched a feature that can shrink a web page for an AI by 80%, instantly. It takes a page that's, say, over 16,000 tokens, and you can just think of tokens as words or pieces of words for an AI, and it cuts it down to just over 3,000. This makes it way, way faster and cheaper for an AI to actually read your page.
So how does it work? It's basically a real-time translation service, but for robots. The AI crawler shows up at a website, and it's like, it asks, "Hey, can I get the simple version?" And boom, Cloudflare's system instantly gives it a clean text-only version, stripping out all the complicated code and design stuff.
Okay, so what does all of this whole search earthquake actually mean for you and your website? What should you be doing right now to deal with this new reality? Let's break down the new playbook.
First things first, you have to understand this connection. It's absolutely crucial. SEO experts are seeing a direct link here. When a website's ranking drops in a normal Google search, it also gets used way less in AI search answers. The two are completely tied together.
And what this means is that all the fundamentals of good SEO, creating high-quality, trustworthy stuff, are now more important than they have ever been. And why is that? Because all those quality signals, they influence both your human audience in regular search and your brand new robot audience in AI search.
All right, so here it is, your simple 3-step action plan for this new world. Number 1, watch your most important pages like a hawk. See if any of this volatility is hitting you. Number 2, go back and rework your content. Front-load it with all the most important info, the definitions, the key facts. And number 3, dig into your data and start hunting for those full-sentence, conversational questions that people are now asking AI systems.
And all of this leaves us with a pretty big final thought.
doesn't it? As these AI systems become the main way people find information, we really have to ask ourselves, are we walking into an era where winning means writing for the AI first and for human readers second? That's the question we're all going to have to figure out.